Hi everyone, in this lesson we're going to be talking about percent markup. So the first thing you can write down here, just some notes, no real mathematical applications yet, but the difference between wholesale and retail. So wholesale price is going to be the cost that the store pays for an item. Retail is what we as customers then pay for the item. For example, Modell's, a sporting goods store may pay $5 per Met shirt, and then they put it on the shelves and list it for $15.99. Obviously, here, the relationship between these two, the retail price is going to be usually a lot more than the wholesale price. It wouldn't make sense if they pay $5 per shirt and then they list it for $5. They're going to make $0 profit and they're going to be spending money, on various other things. So when we talk about markup, we're talking about this relationship here, the difference between what someone pays for an item versus what they then sell it for. The proportion that we're going to use for this, obviously this process is known as markup. Since it increases the price of an item, we adjust our percent proportion by adding it to 100. Okay. Note, subtracting from 100 would represent a discount, meaning the store would be losing money every time they sell something. So we don't want to do minus 100. So this is our formula. You can copy down the blue here. We're going to say retail over wholesale is equal to the markup percentage plus 100 over 100. So retail, remember that's what we pay. Wholesale in the denominator is what the store pays. And on the right, we have markup plus 100 over 100. We'll take a look at some practice examples. This is pretty straightforward, like many other proportions, once we know kind of what to plug in and where. It says Games Galore Superstore buys the latest video game at a wholesale price of $49. The markup rate is 50%. You use your allowance to purchase the game at the store. How much will you pay? And we're ignoring tax. So how much I'm going to pay is the retail price. We're going to call that X. Okay, the wholesale price, 49, goes down here. And this is where we want to be careful here. I don't want to just say 50, right? That would be a discount. This would be like a 50% discount if that was the case. So what I'm going to do is the markup plus 100. That's why that formula looked like that. So in actuality, I'm just going to erase that and make it 150, but just showing you where it comes from. You want to be careful. If you made that mistake, hopefully you would catch it and realize that, hey, this would actually be less than $49, but it's important that we remember to add it to 100. And now we cross multiply. We're going to get 100x. 150 times 49 is going to be 7350. And we divide both sides by 100, moving that decimal 2 places over to give us an answer of $73.50. So just to recap here, we have our retail price, our wholesale price. We have the markup plus 100, and obviously this is always going to be kind of locked in our 100 in the denominator. Okay, let's try one more. This one says Sports Authority has a 35% markup price on all of their clothing. Mr. Smith wants to buy a new giant sweatshirt that has a wholesale price of $46. What will he pay? And then we're going to add a tax on top of that. So we set up our blank proportion. I like to set up 2 blank ratios, put 100 in. Our markup up top is going to be 135, right? They're adding 35% on top of, the full price here. We want to add 35%, not take it away. So 46 on the bottom and X on top. Once again, we're finding the retail price. We're going to cross multiply to give us 100x. And 46 times 135 is going to give us 6210. Now our answer here is going to be 6210, $62.10, moving the decimal over twice. So that's the retail price. And now more realistic, the fact that we have to add tax on top. So we're going to take 6210. We'll talk about this one 2 ways, what the final cost is going to be. So one way, let's practice multiplying. What can I multiply 6210 by to give me or to add on an 8.5% tax? I can multiply it by 1.085. So 6210 times 1.085 is going to be $67.38 when you round to the nearest cent. Additionally, we could do something like this, where we say X, we say 108.5 and 100. This will be also adding 8.5%. Remember with tax, obviously we want to add this on. We're not treating this like a discount problem. And obviously in either case, I'm going to get the same answer of $67.38. Okay? And that's the short of it with markup. Nothing much more to it than that. I'm going to conclude this by finishing on the side. Please, if you didn't write this down, this is the thing to have down in your notes for today, just so you can access it when you're working on the assignment later on. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.